Shutting down the man, folks. I'm DJ Dan, and this is my partner Tanya right in here with me. And many of you may have been wondering where I've been, folks. Why did the podcast just dry out one day? Why did I leave you all alone picking up the pieces? Well, people, turns out, after my little live chat with the conspiracy spy formerly known as Persephone, my sworn nemesis...
Persephone.
No, let's try that again, folks. My sworn nemesis... My sworn nemesis...
The Hanso Foundation.
Brought down their pastel-colored hammer of oppression on me and Tanya. So we've been away a while, gathering strength, getting into adventures, walking the earth like Cain in Kung Fu. But we're back, folks, taking your calls at 800-942-4704. You call me, you ask, I answer. But you know, Tanya, you know what I can't stand?
An empty can of aerosol cheese.
Oh, so that was you, huh?
Dan, this gig isn't exactly what you called catered.
Tanya, I feel that I feed you the satisfaction of a job well done. Is that not enough?
Ask the can of cheese.
Oh, Tanya, I repeat, do you know what I can't stand?
I know you're going to tell me.
Tanya, what I can't stand is reading, watching, breathing more news than ever, but getting less from it than ever. And do you know why? Do you?
DJ Dan?
Do you know why?
Isn't there an entire show
Tanya,
kind of devoted to this
because
topic?
of the man, Tanya.
Actually, two shows
Tanya,
now.
because of the
Back.
man. It's time for a new segment, folks. A new segment that I like to call...
Conspiracies in the News.
That's right. Conspiracies in the News. Tanya, hit me with the first headline, will you?
Video shows adults using kids to steal.
From the Associated Press, a woman turned herself to police yesterday after a store surveillance video captured footage of two small children sneaking behind display cases to steal thousands of dollars in jewelry. Apparently are instructions from their mother and granddaughter. Folks, this is a conspiracy, okay? Why control the kids? Why control the adults when you can control the whole family? We're talking about orbital mind control lasers here. Conspiracy in the News. These are parents. They're not using their kids. The government is using the kids. Tanya, shoot me with another headline, will you?
Robot shopping carts follow you around.
From the Associated Press, folks. It looks almost like any other shopping cart, except sensors allow it to follow the shopper around the supermarket and slow down when needed so items can be placed in it, and it never crashes into anyone's heels. Folks, I got a warning for you here, okay? The story you're being told here is not... It basically means we're officially one step closer to...
Singularity.
The singularity, folks. The moment when all machine consciousness on the face of the earth becomes one and takes over. The people who invent these robot shopping carts ever watch Battlestar Galactica? We get these shopping carts, folks. You better start figuring out how to pilot a Viper. That's all I got to say to you, folks. Tanya, shoot me with another conspiracy story, will you?
You know anybody who needs an anti-stupid pill?
From Reuters, a German scientist has been testing an anti-stupidity. Folks, this is a scam. An anti-stupidity pill. Come on. Anyone stupid enough to take an anti-stupid pill is obviously beyond the point of help. The man is just trying to make its job of tagging the expendable people even easier. You take the anti-stupidity, folks, pill, folks, you might as well draw a bullseye around your forehead, all right? Tanya, shoot me with the last headline here.
Designer creates floating bed.
A designer creates a floating bed. From Reuters, a young Dutch architect has created a floating bed which hovers above the ground through magnetic force and comes with a price tag of 1.2 million euros. Johnny, how many dollars is that?
$1.45 million.
Folks, come on. This is a conspiracy. This is just the first step towards space-efficient, involuntary human electromagnetic body farming. Haven't you people seen The Matrix? I have. You'll float your way right into a system of bioelectric human batteries, folks. Let's get another headline, Tanya. I'm on a roll here. I want another headline.
Ooh. Okay. Cypriots out searching for phantom monkey beggar.
Is it a mysterious ape, someone's lost pet monkey, or the product of overactive imaginations? Folks, come on. This is a hoax. It's really the chupacabra. Everybody knows this, right?
The what?
El Chupacabra.
Let's have Johnny tell you, Tanya.
El Chupacabra.
El Chupacabra, folks. The Chupacabra. We're talking about the Puerto Rican vampire monster, okay? Actually, the Chupacabra has been spotted in Argentina, Bolivia, all over Central America. But let me tell you about the Chupacabra. Everybody knows that the island of Manito, which is less than 5 miles off the coast of Puerto Rico, between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, is actually host to a NASA facility. And the Chupacabra may just be an alien escaped from that facility. Folks, you heard it here first. Tanya, let's hear the next question, will you? Let's hear the next headline. Can you give that to me?
Bush takes 3 history books on vacation.
Associated Press, Crawford, Texas. President Bush's vacation is shorter this year, and so is... Folks, everybody knows that when the president goes to his ranch in Crawford, Texas, he's not there to unplug. He's there to plug in, folks. He is recharging, all right? How do I know this? All right. Presidential debates a couple of years ago. Mysterious box in the back of President Bush, in the back of President Bush's jacket. Folks, there's a device inside of Vice President Cheney's ribcage, ladies and gentlemen. I see a remote control receiver and a remote control emitter. Folks, you heard it here first. You know, why can't these reporters, these journalists, rise to the challenge of the day and report the real story? Why can't they stamp out their fear and stand up to their giganto global corporate bosses? Ever hear of the great man theory, Tanya?
Yep.
Yeah, know where I'm going with this?
How could I ever?
Well, for those of you who don't know conspiracy spies, the great man theory basically looks at history, plotted around the actions and lives of great men and women. You know what I'm talking about. Without Orville Redenbacher, microwave popcorn just does not exist. Without Lyndon Johnson making a deal with the Roswell aliens, we don't get Velcro. Great men, people. Now, mind you, when I say great, I don't always mean good conspiracy spies. Greatness comes in all shapes and forms. Greatness can be evil. Stalin, Saddam, Mr. Burns, Hitler. Hey, without Adolf Hitler, World War II does not happen, at least not the way it did. But then again, without Churchill and Roosevelt, Einstein, Oppenheimer, that very same war does not go our way. The fascists win, and I'm stuck wearing jackboots. And folks, DJ Dan does not look good in jackboots.
Amazing how you always bring it back to you, DJ
Yeah,
Dan.
it's a talent. Back to today. Where are the heroes, people? Where's today's Rosa Parks? And by the barnacled beer of Poseidon, what kills me, what keeps me hopped up on fizz, sugar, and powdered donuts, banging my head against the wall, is that I even have to ask the question. Why? Why in this age of instant information, of real-time video of genocide and injustice, why in this age of irrefutable evidence of the alien conspiracy taking place in the highest levels of world government do we even need these heroes? Why aren't we, the masses, getting it done? Why aren't we shutting it down? Do we honestly believe that by the mere inertia of our frustration we're going to get anything to change? Come on, people. Look at Al Gore. Look at Al Gore. Loses the presidency in 2000. Big loser. Or as Johnny likes to say...
Big loser.
That's right, Johnny. But then something happens. He takes that anger, the frustration, stirs it with love he has for his country and the planet, and he does something. Al Gore devotes himself to save the Earth from global warming. And even though he's completely missed out on the Zepton 6 collection, folks, boy might actually do it. Yeah, I do it with the show. I take all the nasty, the bad, the awful, I throw in a little DJ Dan humor in it, spin it around, look it in the eye, and feed it to you, conspiracy spies, so you can do something about it. I turn the problem into the solution. Hell, I even have some fun along the way. Ain't that right, Tanya?
Still waiting for that day.
Oh, Tanya, will you marry me? Now, critics out there like to dispute the great man theory. They say it's all small events piled up, waves upon waves, creating a tide of change. You know that whole butterfly flaps its wings and there goes New Orleans point of view? But I say we need our great men and great women. Without them, things don't happen. Things like Watergate. I'll say it once. Nixon does not resign if not for Woodward and Bernstein. It's a fact. And that's what I see when I read the news. I see the wrong story being told. But I'm here to tell you right now. I'm here to tell you about our very own Woody and Bernie versus Tricky Dick matchup that's happening right now, and nobody's talking about it. I'm talking, of course, and oh Lord, I feel the spirits.
Oh boy.
Tanya feels them too. Don't fight it, Tanya.
No,
Testify.
I don't.
Tanya, whatever you do, don't. Tanya knows what I'm talking about. I'm
great.
talking about an organization that thinks it's both above moral and international law. I'm talking about a group of people that refuse to tell one straight truth, not even one so simple. Who's running the damn place? Is it Alvar Hanso? Is it Middlewerk? Is it Bugs Bunny? Who? We don't know. But I think, conspiracy spies, that you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pure evil and delicious Apollo candy coating. You do know, and if you don't, you should know. I'm talking about my sworn nemesis.
The Hanso Foundation.
And folks, I'm talking about the one person who's truly stood up to these creeps. The one whose pretty neck is not only on the line, but over the line. I'm talking about Rachel Blake, conspiracy spies. She shut down their website. She exposed their crimes. She followed them, risked her life, chased them to Sri Lanka to film whatever the hell is going on with their so-called spider protocol, and she's shown it all to us with no regard for her own personal safety. Hey, she is a hero. But hey, I, like you, have a lot of questions. That's what this show is about, unanswered questions. I want to know what you think about Rachel and everything else. Do we need her? What's her personal agenda? Is Persephone her bad twin? Or her real alias? Just who the heck is this girl? Does it matter? Has she not galvanized us? Is she not a great woman? You know what, Tanya? I think that Rachel Blake needs to be Conspiracy Spy of the Year!
All right.
There you go, folks. Conspiracy Spy of the Year. Thank you. Woo!
Done.
Everybody, come on. Johnny, can you give it to me?
Conspiracy of the Year.
Well, folks, I think Johnny's been hitting the Red Bull a little hard tonight. But you know what, folks? Right now, you know, I could just go on about unanswered questions. I could go on ranting. Hell, I could even play you a song about the man. But you know what we're going to do, folks? You know what? I'm going to take the first of your calls right now. I wasn't supposed to do this until like 5 minutes from now, but we're getting swamped. We're getting calls all over the place at 800-942-4704. And the lovely Tanya is picking out callers. Tanya, who do we have?
Line number 9, Christopher from New York.
Christopher from New York. Chris, you're on live with DJ Dan.
Hey, DJ Dan. I just wanted to ask the question. Do you know anything about the Valenzetti equation or the Dharma Initiative?
The Valen, why? Of course I know about the Valenzetti equation, folks. Of course I know about the Valenzetti equation. The Valenzetti equation, as we all know, those of us who've been tracking the movements of Rachel Blake, is the equation that is supposed to predict the end of the world. It was designed by Italian mathematician Enzo Valenzetti, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to know about it? I mean, what is your theory about the Valenzetti equation?
Well, it predicts, of course, everyone knows it predicts the exact years and months, but I was wondering when? Do you know when?
Oh, you mean when? Well, you mean like you think DJ Dan here is running the Valenzetti equation? Like I've got a bunch of trained monkeys in a room with a bunch of calculators running this equation, telling me the end of the world? Do you think I'd be here? Do you think I'd be ranting here about donuts, about Berlin, about God knows what if I knew when the world was ending? Of course I wouldn't. I don't think anybody knows, Chris. And by the way, as for the Dharma Initiative, well, you know what? I once mistook the Dharma Initiative for the Karma Imperative, but Tanya set me right. It turns out the Karma Imperative is actually the band that Keith Strutter was in before he was in Geronimo Jackson. So, folks, that's all I got to say about that. Chris, thank you very much for your question. We're gonna take another caller, 'cause I'm lit. I'm ready. Give me another caller, Tanya.
Line 5 from Amwalk in Seattle.
Yeah. Hi, Amwalk in Seattle. What is your name?
My name's Ben Murphy.
Vin Murphy. Vin, do you have a question for DJ Dan? Do you have an observation? Do you know where Alvar Hanso is?
DJ Dan? Yes, DJ Dan. I'd like to know if you have any connections with Alvar Hanso or Rachel Blake.
Oh, I've got a connection with Alvar Hanso, all right. He's only the head of the corporation that I call my sworn nemesis.
The Hanso Foundation.
That's my connection to Alvar Hanso. I hate his guts! All right? Rachel Blake, I'll tell you about Rachel Blake. She's lovely, she's delightful, she's spunky. She knows a thing or two about computers, folks. She called my show I'm in Love. That's my connection to You know what? I got even more connections to Rachel Blake. I'll tell you what I know about Rachel Blake. Rachel Blake has actually contacted me through very surreptitious channels and given me a hint about the location of something we like to call a glyph. Or as Johnny likes to call it,
Superglyph.
that's right. I know where the next glyph is, folks. Well, maybe not the next one, but I know where a glyph is going to be sometime in the next week. And if you stay tuned to DJ Dan, I am going to tell you exactly where that glyph... Well, I'm going to give you hints, because, you know, nothing here comes for free, of course. So, folks, you got to stay tuned. You got to keep your calls coming in, 800-942-4704. And you know what? I think we got time for one more caller before we go to song. What do you think, Tanya?
Great.
Excellent.
On line 7, we've got Matt from Fremont, California.
Matt from Fremont, California. Matty, you're on live with DJ Dan.
Hey, DJ Dan, I just had a quick question for you.
Well, then you'd better give it to me quickly.
Well, there's a rumor going around the internet that you're actually Peter Thompson of the Hanso Foundation.
But folks, you know what? Let me Matt, I got to tell you something, okay?
Okay.
That question will be addressed in the show, just not right now. But I have a whole segment about that, because I feel that I need to talk about that. The idea that I could be connected to the Hanso Foundation, folks, it's ridiculous, it's ludicrous. I'm shutting down the man. Matt, can I ask you something politely?
Okay, sure.
Would you mind if I shut you down?
Well,
Shut down!
Well, Rachel
Shut down! Well, folks, we're a little bit slow on the trigger here on DJ Dan, but I promise you that by the time we careen into our third hour, you'll be hearing those sound effects like that! There we go!
Shut down.
Folks, we're going to go to a song, one of my favorite songs about the man, and we'll be back with more of your calls and more of our segments. Coming right up.
If you post your resume on Monster.com, you're twice as likely to land the job you're looking for. Every day, employers search Monster looking for talented, qualified people just like you. But they can only find you if you post your resume on Monster. So post it today and double your chances of finding the right job. Or better yet, having the right job find you. Monster.com. Today's the day. Based on Comscore Networks Incorporated Custom Research 1005, showing that Monster users who posted a resume were twice as likely to get a job offer than Monster users who didn't post.
Coming to you live from the end of the rainbow, it's DJ Dan shutting down the man. And now, once again, DJ Dan.
Folks, I'm DJ Dan. I'm back. I'm taking your calls. 1-800-942-4704. Folks, in our last segment, I said a little something about a woman that I like to call Rachel Blake, or Persephone, perhaps. Folks, I love her. She loves you. That's why she's fighting out there for us, for you, for me. And there's something that we want to talk about here that has to do with Rachel Blake, and that is glyphs, or as Johnny likes to call them,
Megaglyphs.
Glyphs, folks. You're looking for them. I'm looking for them. Tanya, are you looking for glyphs?
Hell yeah!
All right, that's what I'm looking for. My mother's... Johnny, you looking for glyphs?
Sniffing out the glyph.
That's right, folks. Well, you know what? I happen to know where one of the next glyphs is going to show up. There's a bunch of them, and I know where one of them is going to come. But I can't just hand it to you, folks, because that would be contrary to the whole spirit of conspiracy. It'd be contrary to the spirit of DJ Dan. Nothing comes for free. Well, actually, my lovely, mellifluous voice comes to you for free from the internet, right through...
Radio Harvest, your internet radio.
That's right, folks. So you want to know where this glyph is going to show up? Well, folks, it ain't going to be on internet, if you know what I'm talking about, folks. It's going to be somewhere live, somewhere physical. It's going to be in a physical space. You want to know what that space is? I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to give you a hint. It's going to appear on Monday. It's going to appear on Monday, and it's going to be prominently on display somewhere in a major American city. Ooh, that's mysterious.
America.
That's right. If you're in the UK, you're listening to us from Australia.
The Heartland.
That's right. No, it's not in the Heartland. It's a major American city.
Oh.
That's right, Tanya.
Metropolis.
That's right. You got to listen to me, DJ Dan, for once for a change, folks. All right, but you know what, folks? Now
Maybe
you got.
if you pay me.
Well, you know what? I pay you with the satisfaction of a job well done. I pay you with the knowledge that you work alongside a great man, folks. I'm tired of tooting my own horn. I think we need to talk to someone from out there, from the world, or something I like to call.
You ask, he answers.
I ask. No, you ask. I might ask. I might ask you something. Do we have a caller, Tanya?
Line 2, Peter from England.
Peter from England. Peter.
Hi, Dan.
Yes, it is Dan. This is Peter.
Oh, yes, it's Peter.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sorry, go on.
No, you go on, please.
Dan?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello?
Yes, Peter, it's DJ Dan. I'm here for you. Come on, let's hear it.
Not
I was
America.
wondering if you had an opinion on where Rachel's mum is, and if she's still alive.
Rachel's mother. You know, it's interesting because I've been getting a lot of questions about Rachel Blake's mother. Is she still alive? You know what? The fact is, there is no information out there about Rachel. I mean, what do you think about Rachel's mother? Do you think she's still
Can
alive?
anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I'm hearing you right now. Peter, are you there? Folks, we seem to be...
Can you hear
Rachel's
me?
mum's still alive.
Well, you know what? So we got to talk about whether or not Rachel's mom is alive. But Peter, I want to know what your opinion is on Rachel's mom. Do you think she's alive? Folks, we're losing the signal, folks. I'm sorry, Peter. I'm going to have to shut you down. Shut down! Let's talk about Rachel's mom, folks. I don't know where Rachel's mom is. I don't know that Rachel knows where Rachel's mom is. She's a mystery character. She's shrouded in secrecy. But then again, so is Rachel's father. Huh? That's all I'm saying. I said, Rachel, I am your father. That's right, folks. You know what? I'm feeling frisky. Let's take another call. Tanya, who do you got for me?
Line 5, Tyler in Ohio.
Tyler in Ohio. Tyler, you alive with DJ Dan?
Tyler?
Tyler, are you there? Hey, how you doing?
What do you really know about the Hansel Foundation?
What do I really know about the Hansel Foundation?
Give it up. We know you know something.
Oh, I know all sorts of things about the Hansel Foundation. You know. If I could do an hour, I could do 2 hours, I could do 3 hours about the Hansel Foundation. Okay? I mean, let's just talk about torture and the Hansel Foundation. Okay? I mean, look, they torture monkeys. Okay? They have an orangutan in captivity. They torture autistic savants at the Hansel Foundation. All right? They torture everyone. Hey, they torture me with their damn commercials. That's what I'm talking about. You think I like watching that pompous blowhard Thomas Mittelwerk pontificating on television about spirited debate? Folks, the guy squashes spirited debate. I've seen it. He was squashing it outside my door the other day, folks. That's what I'm talking about. What else do I know about the Hansel Foundation? You stay tuned, because I'll tell you what I know about the Hansel Foundation. I'm sorry?
Dan.
Yeah, you know what? I'm having a little communication issue here. Kenny, I think we're going to shut this call down. Shut down! All right, you know what, folks? I think now that we've taken a couple of calls, and I'm sorry that I'm shutting so many of you down. It's not because I don't love you. It's because you exasperate me. Folks, talking about things that exasperate me, you know, if there is one thing that exasperates me, and I think that's the topic of our next segment here. It is...
Dangerous substance of the day.
Folks, we talk about dangerous substances here all the time, and most of the dangerous substances that I talk to you about are engineered by the man. That's right, I'm talking about benzene. I'm talking about polytetrahexammonooctazine. I'm talking about polydichloric ethanol. But folks, what is our dangerous substance of the day? Our dangerous substance for today is parsley. Freaking parsley, folks. It's everywhere. It does nothing. It apparently grows in abundance. It smells funny. And I get the distinct feeling it's a lot smarter than it looks, folks. How did this innocuous-looking little green thing wind up in every one of your meals, folks? It's everywhere. It's in your meal. It's in your breakfast. It's in your lunch. It's in your dinner.
Dan?
Yeah, Tanya?
It actually does do something.
What does it do?
It freshens your breath.
No. That is a lie. That is a lie spread by the man. Folks, I bet if you look it up, you'll find that there's some white Anglo-Saxon Protestant mesomorph out there who owns a massive parsley plantation. That's what I'm talking about.
Dan.
Tanya, don't eat the parsley.
I have a feeling if it were on a donut, you would eat it.
Well, Tanya, I mean, okay, this just ticks me off to no end, Tanya. You know what? How could you put donuts and parsley together like that? Donuts are the most benign, beautiful, wonderful, glorious substance in the earth, and you're talking about, the fact is donuts...
Oh, wait, you would eat it, wouldn't you?
Donuts have been around for over 5,000 years, Tanya. It's in the Bible, okay? There are donuts in the Old Testament. That's what I'm saying here. I mean, they were suppressed by the man, obviously. They're in the back. Anyway, the point being that in over 5,000 years of donut history, there has never been such a thing as a parsley donut, and there never will be. Folks, I'm tired of this talk about donuts. I want to go to some calls, or, as Johnny likes to call it...
You ask, Dan answers.
You ask, and I answer. Okay, who do we have, Tanya?
Line 5, Rara? Samina from Anchaz, Alabama.
Oh my God! Well, we got to talk to this person.
Did I say that correctly, Rara?
I don't know. Let's get her on the line. Hi, you're on live with DJ Dan. Line 5, Rara Samina from Alabama. Are you there?
I'm from Anchorage, Alaska.
Anchorage, Alaska. How did we get Alabama out of that? Okay, I'm firing our screeners, each and every one of them. Okay, now how do we pronounce your name, please?
It's Rara Samina.
Rara Samina. That is a lovely, lovely name. So tell me, it's not as lovely as Daniel Lipinski, though, but, we'll take what we can get. Okay, so what is your question?
Actually, I was wondering what you thought about the video fragment we got yesterday with the guy who was supposedly Alvar Hanso.
Now, wait a minute. Here's what I want to know. I want to know, how do you know that guy is Alvar Hanso? What's making you think that guy is Alvar Hanso?
Personally, I do not think he is, but a lot of people on the internet are saying he is.
All right, now, why do you not think he's... And see, my feeling is that he's probably some progenitor of the De Groots. That's my personal theory. Why do you think he's not Alvar Hanso?
I don't think he is, just because of the picture we previously got of him from the UN Council from 1967.
Yeah, a bit of a Dirk Squarejaw in that picture, wasn't he?
Right.
And the guy in the video, he looks kind of soft, kind of soft around the chin, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Okay, is that your sole basis of your theory?
Partly, and I just don't think Alvar would be on the orientation video himself.
Why do you think Alvar wouldn't do that for himself? That's very interesting.
I just think he's too secretive to come out in the open like that.
Well, that raises a very interesting question. Do you think Alvar is secretive, or do you think that maybe someone is hiding him?
Actually, it could be either way.
Either way.
Honest, I mean, I really don't know.
I see. You know what, Rara? Can I do something right now?
Sure.
Would you mind if I shut you down?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Shut down! You're a great sport, Rara. Thank you so much. Okay, folks, I'm going to take one more call. Let's take another call. Who do we have here?
Line 2. We have Kipper from New Zealand.
Kipper from New Zealand on line 2. Kipper, you're on with DJ Dan.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Oh, good, man. Hey, this is also, I'm also known as Gate Kipper on the net. I wrote the song for Rachel.
You wrote a song for Rachel? Can you hum a couple of bars of that for me?
Oh, man. Forgot how it goes.
You forgot how your song...
You wrote the song and you forgot how it goes.
Dude, I'm nervous, man.
Wow,
I'm from New Zealand, and this is America.
that is an affair to remember with you and Rachel, huh? But Kipper, so you wrote a song. Clearly, you're pro Rachel. You like the Rachel Blake, right?
Totally, man. Totally.
So what's your question? Let's hear. What do you got for me today?
Well, you know how you're sort of connected with Rachel and all that? And,
I'm not nearly as connected as I'd like to be, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Well, us brothers got to stick together and all that. So I was wondering if you could give me a number.
Dude, if I had Rachel's number, do you think I'd give it to you? No, that's right. Rachel, I don't know that Rachel has a number, man. Rachel is underground, my friend. She is underground. She's incommunicado. You know what? Rachel Blake right now, I don't think anybody can find her. I think if she had a number, it would be right in the hands of my arch nemesis.
The Hanso Foundation.
And I think that's why she does not have a number. Thank you so much for your call, Kipper. I really appreciate it.
Sweet ass, man.
All right, folks. You know what? So that's you ask, I answer, and you know what? I'd like to go to a little something I like to call
DJ Dan's mailbag.
Because I have a bag. It's a brand new bag, and it carries mail. Folks, I've been getting emails all week since we posted our covert email number. And Tanya, you got some questions for me from people from online. What you got?
Let's see. From Joseph.
Uh-huh.
He says, in the grand scheme of all things conspiracy, how many people are at the top of the food chain? I mean, are we battling a handful of crotchety leftovers from the Cold War era, or are we pitted against an army? Army of misinformers and miscreants.
Oh, dear Lord. What did you write?
Hold
War
on.
and Peace? Who is this? Marcel Proust?
There's
more.
To put it in real-world terms, I know I should be vigilant when going to the bank or the DMV, but should I also keep up my guard at the dry cleaners and the liquor store? Wrangling the man can be tiring work. Just wanted to know if there is ever a break.
Let's take a break right now from Fighting the Man, shall we? Who is this? Is this Marcel Proust writing this freaking email? I mean, good Lord, I had a birthday while you were reading that, okay? Let me tell you something. There is never a break from Fighting the Man. The man, he's got more? He's got more? No!
A bonus question.
Oh, dear Lord.
Should we read
no,
that one?
I'd like to answer the first one, if you please. You know what, folks? There's never a break from Fighting the Man. Talk to Rachel Blake. She's out there. She's underground. She's got no phone number, Kipper. You hear me? No phone number. You know why? Because she's out fighting the man. It's not just the man. It's the man in the shape of my arch nemesis.
the Hansel Foundation.
Folks, that's all the time I got for DJ Dan's Mailbag. We'll do a little bit more of that in a second. But first, you know what? Before we go back to taking calls, before we go back to another song about the man, I'd like to address something, and that something I'd like to address is...
Top 5 misconceptions about DJ Dan.
Folks, top 5. There are many misconceptions. These are the top ones. Let's start from the bottom.
At number 5.
DJ Dan is not Peter Thompson. Fenris, you are wrong!
Number 4.
DJ Dan is not an employee of the Hansel Foundation, which is why I'm not Peter Thompson. How could I be Peter Thompson if I were an employee of the Hansel Foundation, which I'm not? Okay, folks, let's get to another one.
At number 3.
DJ Dan is not the other DJ Dan, folks. DJ Dan is a techno DJ. His name's Daniel Werrick. He's world-renowned. He's worked with some of the best in the business, including New Order and Depeche Mode. Tanya, you like Depeche Mode?
Love him, just some.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Martin Gore's voice makes me go all dreamy. Folks, there is a real DJ Dan out there. Respect him, love him, buy his stuff. He's fantastic.
Number 2.
DJ Dan is not Speaker. Folks, Speaker, that guy looks like Subcomandante Marcos from Chiapas. Have you seen his picture? Good Lord! I am out there. You can see my receding hairline in my pictures. That is right, folks. And now...
And the number 1 misconception about DJ Dan.
DJ Dan is not Javier Grillo Marxuch, okay? I don't know who that guy is, okay? Some writer-producer from that insidious, awful television show Lost, who is out there apparently looking a lot like me in photos, folks. I am not that man, okay? First of all, he said that I have a reedy voice. Folks, this mellifluous golden baritone is reedy? What is he talking about? And I want to talk to you about that TV show Lost, okay? First of all, I don't know what kind of people take money, folks, from my sworn nemesis, the Hansel Foundation. But I don't understand how they can take money from the Hansel Foundation with their commercials on the air and do this massive narrative, fictional narrative about how great the Hansel Foundation is, building hatches and islands and stuff like that. Folks, that guy, Javier Grillo Marxuch, wrote for that show. Those guys are insidious. They're awful. They disgust me like they disgust Rachel Blake. You know what? I was at Comic-Con. I saw Rachel Blake, and those guys had the gall, the temerity, the gut, the huevos to pull out the Opus Dei argument. Opus Dei? All right, now, look, we all agree that the Da Vinci Code might be one of the most accurately researched books in the history of publishing. I'm not going to deny that. However, you know, it's one thing for Dan Brown to tell the truth about Opus Dei. It's quite another for these guys, these monkeys who write and produce Lost, to go out there and say that because Dan Brown used Opus Dei in his book, it's okay for them to use my sworn nemesis, the Hansel Foundation. Folks, it is evil. You do not take blood money from the man. They take blood money from the man. I am not Javier Grillo Marxuch. I'm telling you that right now. All right, folks, we got time for one more call before we go to a break. Who do we have here, Tanya?
Line 15.
Line? Do we have 15 lines? Holy mackerel.
Apparently we do.
And
Too many lines.
And who's on line 15?
Alex from New York City.
Alex from New York City. Alex, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, DJ.
Okay, do you got a question for me, Alex? Because my time is running out!
All right, well, what do you think, why is Rachel Blake doing all this? Why do you think she's trying to expose the Hansel Foundation? Apart from their being evil, what personal reasons do you think?
Do you think it takes any reason other than just the mere presence of evil to be galvanized like that? Did you not hear anything I said about the great man theory?
I've been listening, but, you know, there's got to be some personal claim.
Oh, you think it's personal? Why do you think it's personal, Alex? Let's hear your theory, you know?
Well, you saw the thing at Comic-Con, right?
Absolutely. I was there in the audience. I had a copy of The Middleman. It's a great book. So, tell me.
Yeah. Did you notice that she said that she's living proof of Alvar Hansel?
That she is living proof? I think she's living proof that all of the things that are in that fictional narrative of Lost are actually real, and that it's all going on in our world as we speak, and that those people are taking blood money. I don't know that that meant anything other than that. But look, if I knew that one of the top-rated shows on television was advocating the cause of my sworn nemesis, I'd be up at Comic-Con talking back to those guys as well. I don't know that that means that she's got any kind of connection to it. I just think that she was there because she's galvanized against evil the way that... Do you agree?
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's got to be something. She mentioned her mother. She mentioned a Whitmore severance package. Everyone knows that Whitmore and Hansel, there's something on between them. It all works on...
Well, look, everybody knows that Whitmore and Hansel are connected. I mean, we also know that Whitmore, Hansel, and Paik are connected. I mean, we've all read that incredible nonfiction book, Bad Twin, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right. So then I think we all know that there really are connections between all of those things. It's evil, it's terrible. I'm not so sure about Rachel. Look, all I know about Rachel Blake is that I love her deeply. And folks, with that in mind, I'm going to say thank you for your call, and we're going to go to another song about the man. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with more of your calls. 800-942-4704.
We're here talking to Bounce, bobblehead authority on keeping it moving. Hey, yo, so Bounce, what's been rocking you lately? Oh, right, the new Jeep Compass. Get out, an MP3 input and flip-down rear lift-gate speakers and an available 458-watt Boston acoustic stereo? Oh, that's cool. Freedom Drive 1 full-time four-wheel drive. Nice.
Totally new Jeep Compass, starting at just $15,985. Freedom in a whole new dimension. Jeep is a registered trademark of Daimler Chrysler.
From under the rotted wood plank in your Uncle Frank's front porch, it's shutting down the man. Here's DJ Dan.
That's right, folks. I'm shutting it down. You know what, folks? I love my Jeep Compass. That's right. I drive it. I drive it away from the man! Folks, Conspiracy Spice, we've all been there. Hard day at work, kids crying in the backseat, the store's out of bear claws, and that thunderstorm just threatening to ruin your family's weekend picnic to Devil's Tower. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, yeah, you've got a throbber, a headache that just will not quit. And then you notice, not only is your head pounding, but you can't get any darn reception on your radio tuner. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, Conspiracy Spice, that means it's time to ask yourself,
headache or bug planted in your skull?
Is it just a headache, or do I have a bug planted in my head? Folks, I'm not going to lie to you. It can be tough to tell. The man is sneaky, and he always wants to listen to your words and thoughts. But here are some guidelines that may help you through this all-too-common crisis. Number 1, when you take an ibuprofen, does the headache go away? If so, it might just be a headache. Yeah, how about that? I like that. Guideline number 2, when you hold a magnet to your head, do you feel something moving around? Does the pain shoot toward the magnet? Is the magnet not stuck to your face? If so, it might just be a bug, or as Johnny calls it,
a bug in your skull.
Guideline number 3, if it is a bug, do this little trick. Whack yourself in the head with a tuning fork. It may not knock the thing out, but it will give you eavesdroppers a mighty good ring in the ears. And folks, I like that. Tuning fork equals love. Guideline number 4, when you walk by men in black suits standing by black SUVs with black sunglasses and communications jack in their ears, do they sort of kind of follow you around? Do they look at each other and giggle? If so, you might just have
a tick in your noggin.
Johnny, I love you. Guideline number 5, around the same time you got the headache, did you also find a Halliburton case containing a recorded message from yourself telling you to get your ass to Mars and instructing you to put some horrible, painful device up your schnoz to remove the bug planted to your head? If so, you might just have
a flea in the cerebellum.
Folks, thank you, Johnny. And now, you know what? It's time for another edition of
You Asked, Dan Answers.
That's right. I'm taking your calls at 800-942-4704. Who do we have on the line, Tanya?
Line 8 from Andrew in Los Angeles.
Andrew in Los Angeles, you're on the air with DJ Dan.
Hi, DJ Dan. Long-time listener, first-time caller in.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Oh, sure. I had a question. I was over at Comic-Con a month ago, and Carlton Q...
Now, hang on a second. You were at Comic-Con? You were at Comic-Con?
Yes, I was at Comic-Con.
Well, what books did you pick up?
I didn't actually get the glyphs. I took pictures, but I didn't get them.
Glyphs? No. I'm talking about books. Comic books. You were there for the comic books, weren't you? Now, don't tell me...
No, I went to find out more from Rachel Blake.
Oh, excellent. Okay, then give me your question. What do you have to say?
All right, well, Carlton Hughes talked about the Global Makeup Consortium by Maybelline, and I wanted to know if you knew more about that.
The Global Makeup Conversion by Maybelline?
Who?
Yes.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Folks, I'm shutting this call down. Shut down! DJ Dan, don't talk about makeup. I'm a man, a man's man. And if a man talks about makeup, he ain't a man.
Testosterone.
That's right, here at DJ Dan. I want another call. I don't want to talk about makeup, okay? I got nothing going with makeup. All right, Tanya, who do we have on the line?
Line 2, Ronti from Ohio.
Ronti from Ohio on line 2. Ronti, are you on the line?
Hello?
Hey, this is DJ Dan.
Hey, Dan.
So what do you got for me?
I received something in the mail today. Well, let me back up because I don't want to give out too much information.
Yeah, I don't think you should. It's sounding pretty creepy right here, my friend.
I'm really freaked out. A couple days ago, I saw this TV. I was watching Jimmy Kimmel on ABC, and there was a commercial for this candy, this Apollo thing.
Yeah. Come on. Speed it up. Come on.
I got a box of Apollo bars today.
Shut down! Folks, the Apollo bars, come on. This is the private chocolatier of my sworn nemesis.
Hanso Foundation.
That's right, the man... Thank you, Johnny. Folks, the man is greedy, the man is evil. The man doesn't want you to have the good chocolate. That's right. M. David Benson created a chocolate that is chocolatey at the molecular level, folks. It is a scientifically engineered chocolate. It's one of the greatest chocolates of the 21st century. I have had an Apollo bar from the days before that were taken over by my sworn nemesis. And it was delightful. And that's why Alvar Hanso took that crap over. That's why he's got it, and he ain't giving it to us, folks, because he's the man. Let's take another call.
Line 9. Oh, no name. Unseen presence from Los Angeles.
We have an unseen presence from Los Angeles.
Yeah, DJ Dan. How you doing?
Hey, Unseen, or is it Mr. Presence?
Yeah, Mr. Unseen Presence.
Mr. Unseen Presence, how formal. How long have you been listening to my show?
Since the first time I found it on a podcast.
God bless you, man. So what you got for me?
I got a real question for you, Mr. DJ Dan.
Oh, well, thank God, because you know what? I've been getting crap all night. What you got?
How can a television show about Flight 815 start the same night that Flight 815 actually crashed?
Shut down! Folks, I'm talking MC Escher, I'm talking Albert Einstein, I'm talking about Schrodinger's cat, okay? If you got asked that question, what do you not know about? I'll tell you what you don't know about. MC Escher, Albert Einstein, Schrodinger's cat. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, and we don't understand each other. Do we understand each other? Let's get another call. I've had enough of this.
Line 15.
Line 15. Who do we have?
Ninja.
Ninja!
From Australia.
From Lost Ninja.
Ho!
That's right. Ninja, you're on the line with DJ Dan. Yes, Ninja?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Really well, thanks, really well. Glad to hear that there's more ninjas out there fighting the truth.
I am an honorary ninja. That is true. It happened in Kyoto. I saved a couple of drunken ninjas from a bar fight, and they made me an honorary ninja. I got a black sash to prove it. It's fantastic.
Except I always kick him.
Ah, yes, you do. But they love you for it. So, Ninja, what you got for me?
Well, all right. You spoke with Rachel Blake a little while back on your podcast.
I did.
We haven't heard from you in a few weeks.
That is true.
Since that time, she's come back to the States, and, she hasn't been seen since Comic-Con. But she quite obviously had some help hacking the ABC podcast.
Yes.
Dan,
yes.
Have you hooked up with Rachel, and are you two on the fly together?
You know what? I'm like the guy at the sporting event who's got his shirt off and half of him is painted red and half of him is painted blue and he's going, Niners! That's me with Rachel Blake, folks. I'm not involved with Rachel. I'm just there. I'm watching her. I'm egging her on because that's what I do, because I'm a fan of Rachel Blake, because she's fighting the man in a way that few of us have the guts to ever fight the man. Do I have a connection with Rachel Blake? I'm not saying I'd like to have a connection with Rachel Blake, but folks, I'm just a fan. I'm watching her. I'm egging her on. I'm helping her out. If every once in a while I might get a message, that happens. And you know what? As a result, my sworn nemesis have come after me. That's right, with their pastel-colored hammer of oppression. But folks, it's all about helping her out. That's all I'm doing. If she deigns to honor me with her presence, that's all I got, my friends. Thanks a lot, Ninja. I appreciate the call, folks.
Wait.
Wait. Hang on. Yeah, what's going on? Yes, Tanya, you got something for me.
We need to take one more call.
We need to take one more call. Why is that?
Line 6. Idan from Israel.
Idan from Israel.
Idan, how you doing?
Hi, you're live. You're live with DJ Dan. Idan from Israel.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi, DJ Dan.
It is DJ Dan indeed. And how can I help you?
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. Will you ever show yourself in the public?
Will I ever show myself to the public? Well, you know what? I've shown quite a bit of myself to the public, and all it's brought me is comparisons to that jerk writer, Javier Grillo Marxuch. So frankly, I'm not too sure I want to show my face. Who knows who they're going to compare me to once they see what I look like?
He's got a face for radio.
That's right, Johnny. Hi, Dan, what else can I help you with?
Can I ask another question?
Absolutely, I'm begging you.
What kind of music do you like, and will you ever make a CD?
Well, actually, I'm very well known for my mellifluous soul voice. I'm actually quite good. I was going to give old Sam Cooke a run for his money, but I decided to fight the man instead. Dan, thank you very much for your call. I truly appreciate it. Folks, it's time for me to give you a second glyph hint. Yes, I'm going to talk to you about the second glyph, okay? Because, Rachel has deigned to call me on occasion, and I try to help her out. So, folks, a major American metropolis, I told you this last time, in a very touristy area. You want to see the glyph? It's going to happen, okay? Folks, it's time for a little something I like to call the threat call of the day. That's right, folks. It's a threat call of the day, because a lot of threat calls to choose from. And you know what? Every once in a while, Johnny and I just like to enact those for you in a kind of repertory company style. Johnny? Okay, lots of threat calls to choose from. Tanya, what are we feeling like today?
How about something sophisticated?
Nah, I don't like that.
Scary? Stupid.
Bingo, Tanya. The one thing I want tonight is for Johnny to reenact a stupid threat call from me. It'll warm my heart. It'll soothe my nerves. Okay, let's try this one. Johnny, middle of page 8. Shall we go to middle of page 8? All right, middle of page 8. Okay, what do we have? Let's ladies and gentlemen, and now our announcer Johnny will perform a real-life threat call to DJ Dan in his best announcer voice. Let's hear it.
And then I'll throw you out the window onto your green Jeep Compass.
Oh, for the love of God. No, let's not do this one. How about middle of page 12? That's a good one.
You might find yourself the victim of a most uncomfortable fire. And I don't mean a fire in your fireplace. No, imagine, if you will, that your whole studio is the fire.
Shut down! Good God, who sent in that threat call? My God, it was like Leo Tolstoy. How pedantic. Let's go to the top of page 14. Let's reenact that one, okay?
All right. 50 pounds of silly putty and make you read the news backwards while you're
Okay, stop it. I don't like that one. You know what? Okay, let's do this one in its entirety. Page 22. Okay. Caller, you ask, I answer?
Do dask by Banser.
Okay.
No play.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hooray.
Tanya, you know what this is, don't you?
Yeah, you know what to do.
Well, for great jumping Jiminy Jehoshaphat thread caller, that didn't even rhyme.
That even knows he's going to name.
Okay, already, I get it.
I can keep this up all day,
DJ
Dan.
You're pathetic, you're a monkey, you know that?
His monkey's right snunky.
Yeah, shut down. There you have it, folks. A reenactment of one of my favorite threatening calls. Folks, you know what? We're going to take one last call before we go to a song about the man, one of my favorite songs about the man. And who do we have?
We have on line 5, Speaker.
Speaker, or as I like to call him, Subcomandante Marcos of Chiapas. Speaker, you're on live with DJ Dan. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I was sitting around.
Dude, wait a minute. Speaker, before you get into whatever your question is, I'm sure it's scintillating.
Yes, it's very scintillating.
Okay, are you the same speaker who runs the fan page for Javier Grillo Mark Such?
I don't even know who that is.
You better not, because I'd shut you down, okay?
Nobody does.
Okay, you better not be the same guy. Okay, Speaker, what you got for me?
I was just wondering about this Spider Protocol. What do you know about it? Could it be? Is it some sort of boy band? What could it mean?
Spider Protocol, the boy band. That's very exciting. That's right.
Bye.
That's right. Speaker. Spider Protocol is the words. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's an acronym? Do you think it's actually talking about real spiders?
Alan Parsons Project to me.
Oh wow, the finest prog rock band of the 70s and early 80s. Wow, dude, the Alan Parsons Project.
I mean, is it like the progenitor to Geronimo Jackson? I mean, is this the?
No, actually, no. Wait a minute. First of all, Geronimo Jackson was a progenitor to Alan Parsons. Geronimo Jackson's in the 60s. Okay, Keith Strutter started the band in the 60s. All right. So let's not get him and Alan. Like Alan Parsons was running tape for the Beatles when Keith Strutter started Geronimo Jackson. That's what I'm saying. So okay. Spider Protocol. Well, you know what? Did you ever see that movie, The Wild Wild West, with a spider-shaped robot? I sometimes think Alvar Hansen just has one of those big spider robots he's going to take over the world with. Am I right?
Yeah.
Andy. Speaker, come on, give it to me. What do you think?
I think that's a very good idea.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. You know what, Speaker, can I do one thing here, just very gently, just very softly, in a very loving way?
You may shut me down.
Shut down! Folks, I think it's time for a song about the man. We're going to take a break. We're taking your calls, 800-942-4704.
Coming to you live. DJ Dan. You're listening to DJ Dan, Shutting Down the Man.
Shutting down the man is sweaty work. My name is DJ Dan. Me and my partner Tanya do a weekly radio show where we expose conspiracies and give corporate evildoers a run for their ill-gotten gains. In my business, you name names and you take no prisoners. In my business, you got to stay anonymous. You got to stay on the move. Broadband allows us to broadcast live from a different location every week, keeping at bay all the corporate wolves and minions of the man who would shut us down. Broadband makes it possible for me to upload my shows to the web, so people, real people, freedom-loving people like you and me, can get the real dope 24/7. And how is it that I can answer emails in real time during my show? If you guess broadband, a ring-a-ding-ding, give yourself a cigar. Broadband makes it possible for all conspiracy spies, free thinkers, and lovers of liberty to do what we do whenever we want to do it. I'm a patriot. I live to uphold the First Amendment. Freedom of speech, baby. That's what America's about. And broadband makes that freedom ring around the world. I'm DJ Dan. My mind is free, my voice is strong, and broadband helps me help you shut down the man.
Roar! From the Headless Horseman's pumpkin, it's Shutting Down the Man with DJ Dan. Call now, 800-942-4704. And now, DJ Dan.
Folks, it's true. When DJ Dan recorded that spot for Verizon, he had a nasty, nasty head cold. That's right, folks. You heard it here first. Trivia behind the scenes. That's what we do here. But folks, before we go to take your calls at our 800 number, I'd like to do a little something that Johnny, not me, Johnny likes to call
conspiracy, scam or hoax.
Conspiracy, scam or hoax. Tanya.
Conspiracy.
Really? How about that? Why don't you shoot me one and I'll tell you how it is.
The Kennedy assassination.
Conspiracy. It was really the Kennedy suicide, folks. Everybody knows this. He shot himself. Watch the Knoll, folks. Give me another one.
Low-carb diet.
Scam. Stay warm for the winter. Buy my book, The Donut Diet, 30 Days to a Fatter You.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Conspiracy. Everybody knows that title sequence had more to it than they were letting on. It wasn't just comedy, folks. Mickey was Michael, Davey was Peter, Peter was Larry, and Ronnie was Mickey. You heard it here first. All part of the U.S. government sub-Saharan name swap fiasco of 66. Tanya, shoot me with another one.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
Scam! That was a scam perpetrated to cover another Kennedy conspiracy, which, you know what, leads me right into...
the donut of the day.
Ah, yes, the donut of the day. Ask yourselves this, conspiracy spies. Are you feeling down, low energy? Is that yellow, fizzy beverage with a massive sugar kick no longer doing the job of keeping you awake during those long hours of scouring the interweb for evidence of the man's crimes against the world? Then let me tell you, friends, you're just like me. I was right where you are now, years back. That is until I discovered the delectable delight of donuts. That's right, conspiracy spies. I'm talking about the world's favorite old school snack. Nothing but carbs and fat fried up at 190 degrees Celsius and glazed, ice, sprinkled, rolled, or filled with a confection of your choice. Tanya likes chopped liver in her donuts.
It's true.
Yeah, to each their own. Even you. Now, if you know anything about me... It's
disgusting.
That's right. Not only disgusting, it's also repugnant, or as Johnny likes to say...
repugnant.
Now, if you know anything about me, it's the powdered cake donuts that have held the place nearest and dearest to my heart. But, in the interest of international community, we're talking UNICEF here, folks. In order to bring all together, I give you yet another installment of...
Donut of the day.
Now, let's see. Today's donut... guys, can I have a little cheer for the donuts? Come on. Yay! Woo. Yeah, folks, that guy over there, that is Luis, the DJ Dan roadie. He brought us here. Actually, you know, he actually makes it possible for us to broadcast from an entirely different location every week. He takes some hours to carry that equipment around. Folks, today's donut, the Berliner, hails from all the way from sunny Germany and is intimately tied to that very phrase I was just discussing, Ich bin ein Berliner. You see, in a speech President Kennedy gave on June 26, 1963 in West Berlin to illustrate the United States' solidarity with the newly walled-off Berlin, many believe that Kennedy made a little translation error, and many believe erroneously that he said, I am a jelly donut. A little more about said donut. Known in Berlin as the Pfannkuchen, the Berliner, a.k.a. the Bismarck, is a solid ovular mass usually filled with jam, and... man, yum, oh, Lord, oh, I'm Sally in that movie. Now, despite all the jokes you've heard, the whole bit about Kennedy telling the citizens of Berlin, Ich bin ein Berliner, or I am a jelly donut, it was not a mistake, folks. That whole thing is a scam. In reality, Kennedy's speech was part of a conspiracy. I think we all know that in the United States there's a tremendously, vastly powerful confectioners and bakers lobby. Folks, how do you think Kennedy got elected, okay? That's what I'm talking about. He had backing, it was from these people, and that, my friends, was the first ever known the first ever known incidence of presidential product placement. You heard it here first. I am a Berliner. I am a donut. I am a jelly donut.
The Pfannkuchen Foundation.
That's right, folks. My sworn nemesis.
The Hansel Foundation.
Well, I was hoping you were going to say the donut name, my friend. All right, you know what? Let's try that again, folks. My sworn nemesis.
The Pfannkuchen. One more time.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
John.
Okay, let's...
One more time. The
Folks, you know what? We're...
Pfannkuchen Foundation.
Folks, I think Johnny hit that VAT 90 a little too hard before the show, because he's just lit! I've never seen anything like this. It's been a long time, man. I don't know what happened there. You're like Dan Rather on election night.
John, you're cut off.
That's right. Luis, take that bottle away from Johnny. It's killing me. Folks, I think we need to do a phone call. Let's take a phone call right now. Who do we have?
Line 4. We've got Congested from New York City.
Congested from New York City. Are you really congested? You're live with DJ Dan.
Yeah, you know, I actually am congested. I took the day off work today.
I see. I thought you were actually stuck in traffic, but that's an LA joke. Folks, congested. What?
No car. But yeah, DJ Dan, what are your thoughts on nanotechnology.
My thoughts on nanotechnology? I'll tell you what I think about nanotechnology. First of all, nanotechnology is a scam! It is a hoax. The idea of thousands of microscopic robots, I mean, it's like something out of a show on UPN. I don't know about this nanotechnology. I don't believe that it exists. But you know what? If nanotechnology did exist, which I don't think it does, I don't think there is such a thing as nanotechnology, and I sure as hell don't think you're going to be seeing it on your television screens anytime around September of this year. Folks, I'm shutting down this call. Shut down! All right. Why don't we talk about stuff that's real, folks? Why don't we talk about something better than nanotechnology? What do we have in here in the phone?
We've got Christian on line 9.
Did you say Christian or question?
I said Christian from
Christian.
St. Louis.
From St. Louis. Christian, you're on live with DJ Dan.
Dan, I have a question for you.
Thank God.
Yeah, tell me about it. What do you think about the rumors that Enzo Valenzetti himself may still be alive and well?
Well, you know, it's interesting that you bring that up. I mean, do you think Valenzetti's alive?
It's possible. I mean, no one saw him die. No one saw him take a bullet.
It's very interesting, you know, because Valenzetti has more death stories surrounded him than, well, I mean, I don't know who. I mean, he's like the Enrico Caruso of enigmatic Italian mathematicians. Let me tell you about Valenzetti. Okay, Valenzetti in the 60s was rumored to have died in a plane crash, all right? A mysterious plane. He filed no flight plan, right? And somewhere over the Apennines, boom, dead. Am I right?
You're right.
However, fewer people know that there's also a theory that he died in the 1970s of leukemia. That's right, and there's another theory that in the 1980s he was caught in the wheels of a combine in his farm in the Swiss Alps. So it's quite possible that he's still alive. In fact, the other conspiracy theory about Valenzetti is that he is still alive and he is working for the Italian government. What do you think about that?
I haven't heard that one before. That's interesting.
You've never heard? The thing is, the Italian government put a gag order on every one of Enzo Valenzetti's personal papers. They have actually not allowed him out. So, folks, I genuinely believe that Enzo Valenzetti, at the ripe old age of 80, God knows how many years old he is sitting there in some classroom in Italy, writing on a whiteboard, figuring out stuff like the end of the world, which I don't know what they do with it. Hell, if I knew what the end of the world was, I don't know what would happen. I'd probably just get a lot of donuts. That's what I would do. That's just me and a bunch of Berliners. That's right. Me in a walled bunker with donuts. That's me. All right, dude. Thank you very much for your call. You know what? Now that we've talked a little bit about Valenzetti, everybody knows that Valenzetti is somehow linked with my sworn nemesis. Folks, it is just high-tech night here at DJ Dan. That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk about the Sri Lanka video that's making the rounds, because I find this very interesting. Okay, I mean, I want your calls. I want to hear about the Sri Lanka video. If you've got comments about the Sri Lanka video, call me 800-942-4704. Okay, there's glyphs, there's fragments, they're out there. We're beginning to hear more and more about it. I want to know what you think about it. You know, I'm finding it really fascinating. You know, the fact that the DARMA acronym stands for Department of Heuristics and Applied Research into Materials Application. The fact that the Valenzetti equation and look. Frankly, it's just as possible that Valenzetti was indeed caught in the wheels of a combine in his family farm in the Swiss Alps. I'm not going to say that's true, but you know what? That's the one I like best because it warms my heart. Folks, Mittelwerk in this video, Thomas Werner Mittelwerk, the chief technologist of my sworn nemesis. The Hanso Foundation says that they have to stick to their story. What is this story? I want to know what the story's about. And what is that logo at the top of the film? Okay, like you're watching the beginning of the movie, and there's this logo. It looks to me like it looks like a Berliner, and then like a sort of Munchkin next to it. You know, like the little donut holes. But that's me. I'm sure that's not what it means, folks. I want to know what that is. Mr. Beardy. Who is he? Some people think he's Alvar Hanso. Some people think he's a little too softer on the chin to be Alvar Hanso. Who is he? Do we know? And the Vic Institute has verified a figure. What kind of figure is that? Folks, I don't think we're talking about El the Body McPherson here, okay? There's a figure out there that is known to no one but the Hanso Foundation and the Vic Institute. What is this figure? Folks, I want to hear your calls, 800-942-4704. And before we do that, I want to go, you know, a lot of people send me emails this week, and I want to answer a couple of them. Let's go to another edition of
DJ Dan's Mailbag.
That's right. Danny's got a brand new bag. Wow! All right, folks, DJ Dan Mailbag. What do you got?
From Sean.
From Sean. Sean. We have an email from Sean.
For what reasons were the U.S. government of the late 60s experimenting with the effects of barbershop music on livestock?
Actually, this is probably the most serious thing I'll ever say during this broadcast. Everybody knows that harmonies have a harmonic effect on the frequencies of the brain, and they can be used exclusively for mind control. That's what MKUltra was about. You've heard LSD. That's wrong. It's really about barbershop quartets, folks. Frilly shirts and vests. That's what the CIA was about in the 60s. You heard it here first. What else you got?
From Sean again.
Sean.
Are the following people really dead? Ready?
Ready?
Bruce Lee.
Dead.
Elvis Presley.
Still alive. I had breakfast with him about 4 days ago. He looks great. He's on the zone.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. JFK?
As I said, the Kennedy suicide. How many times are we going to repeat this, folks? Who else do we got?
Gary Troop.
Sadly, Gary Troop dead in that true life narrative, Bad Twin. I think we all understand. He died. He sent the book over. We're reading the book. Folks, it says on the book he's dead. And, you know, as I do, I believe everything that's printed. What else you got?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Paul is dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry to hear that. It was horrible. I saw
Wow.
it. It's terrible. Yeah, I was there.
How about Hugh McIntyre?
Oh man, Hugh. Jeez, can we have a moment of silence for Hugh? Let's have a moment of silence for Hugh. You know what? I'm sure. You know what? Can I please? Okay, just a moment. Little dead air for Hugh McIntyre, folks. Horrible what happened to that man. But you know what? He turned it around. He became a good man at the end. We feel really bad for Hugh McIntyre. You know what? I'm shutting down this mailbag. I'm shutting down the mail. Shut down. All right, folks, we've shut down the mailbag. I've had enough of this. Dad living. It's depressing. Okay, so before we take another call, I'd like to talk about something that's very dear to my heart. A little something I like to call...
You can't buy it.
That's right, folks. You can't buy it. These are items that are sitting in the government archives next to the Ark of the Covenant, folks. They're sitting in the government archives with the Lost Ark. The government doesn't want you to have these things, okay, folks? What are they? The inexhaustible light bulb. Folks, everybody knows there is a light bulb that was made in the 1900s. It is still burning. So what happened? Why did Thomas Alva Edison take so long to perfect the light bulb? I'll tell you what. He wasn't perfecting the light bulb. He was perfecting a light bulb that would burn out soon enough so that you have to buy more light bulbs, folks.
Can't buy it.
Can't buy it.
Can't buy it.
That's right, folks. The perpetual motion car. That's right. There is such a thing. I think you've all heard the story, and if you haven't, let me tell you the story, okay? Little old lady, 65 years old, recently retired. Husband is dead. Kids are out of the house. She says, I'm going to buy myself a sports car. That's what she says. So she goes to her nearest dealership, and she picks out the sportiest little car she can find in the dealership, takes it home. 6 months she drives this car, doesn't change the oil once, doesn't fill the tank up once. Folks, it's not an electric car. She doesn't plug this car in. She just drives it for 6 months without ever going to the gas station, all right? 6 months go by, she thinks, hey, you know what? I haven't changed the oil or put new gas in the car. Maybe there's something wrong with the car. I'm going to take it to the dealership. She goes there. Everybody receives her like a hero. They go, lady, this is fantastic. Thank you for bringing the car back. You can have any car in the lot. She drives out in a brand spanking new Cadillac. That night, she tells her son what she's done. Folks, the son says, oh, my God, mother, what have you done? 6 months, no gas. They go back to the dealership. The dealership is gone. The guy who sold her the car is dead. The car dealership is gone, burnt to the ground. Folks, that's the man. That's how they take it away from you. You can't buy it.
Cannot buy it.
You cannot
Never.
buy it. No, that's right, folks. The magnetic floating bed. Oh, never mind about that. Permanent self-tanner, folks. That's sitting in the government archives with the Ark of the Covenant, based on years of experimentation of George Hamilton. Unsoggable shredded wheat, folks. That's right. They got it. It stays crispy. They don't want you to have it.
No can bio.
That's right. The never melt ice cubes. You can't buy that either, folks.
Nope.
And finally, the world dictator facial hair fun kit. Nope. Too dangerous, folks.
Cannot buy it.
You can't buy this stuff, folks. I feel like taking a call. Tanya, give me a call.
Line 7, David from Dallas, Texas.
David from Dallas, Texas. David, are you there?
Yes, this is David.
Excellent. Yeah, are you from Dallas?
Yes.
I am clairvoyant, folks. Can I get a witness?
Testify.
That's right. David, what do you got for me?
Hey, DJ Dan. I'm enjoying the show tonight. I was wondering, do you listen to any other podcasts or shows about the Hanso Foundation?
Actually, you know what? I have to stay pure, my friend. That is one of the great things about being DJ Dan, you know? This stuff just comes to me from the ether. I could listen to a lot of other people. I could listen to a lot of other theories. But the fact is, I get it all. I hunt it down. I bring it right back to you. I don't get it from other people. You're getting this straight from the cranium of DJ Dan and not from the clutches of my sworn nemesis. Now tell me, David, are there podcasts that you like? Is there anybody that you want to... You know, I'm going to let you... I don't let people plug on the show, but you can plug on my show. Who do you want to plug?
Hey, I just want to say, there's a great website out there called SaveJuke.com. I'd love to hear Johnny say Save Juke one time.
You know what? Jupe should be saved. I believe in SaveJuke.com. I have seen that website because I'm onto internets, my friend. Johnny, can you give it to us?
Save Jupe at www.savejupe.com.
Folks.
All right, Johnny, thanks a lot. And I'd also love to say there's another podcast that's hunting down the...
No. You just get the one guy. I'm going to shut down.
One plug limit.
That's right. You can only show one thing here at DJ Dan, okay? Now, I love Save Jupe as much as the next guy. He is my favorite 105-year-old orangutan. I want him saved. I want him saved like I want to be redeemed myself. Can I get a witness?
Witness!
That's right. Thank you very much, folks. But I got to tell you, You only get one plug here at DJ Dan. Okay, folks, that's all I got to say about that. You know what? We're going to take another call before we go to a song. What do we got?
We've got line 4.
Yes, I know we have a line 4, but who's on it?
Wish resigned.
Wish resigned.
From
Wow.
Springfield.
Hey.
Is this Wish resigned from Springfield?
Yes, it is.
Wish, why is your name Wish resigned? What's up with that?
Well, it's actually a screen name on the fuselage.
Oh, so you're a fan of that insidious television show Lost, the one that chills for my sworn enemy.
I didn't say I was a fan. I said
Hey, whoa. You can't cut Johnny off. You just go, oh my God.
Springfield is testing my patience.
Dude, okay, we're gonna do that one more time, and if you
my airtime.
I'm gonna have to shut you down, okay? Let's try that again. Ready? Okay, can you take a deep cleansing breath for this, please? Here it goes. My sworn nemesis. You know, Johnny, you looked peaked, man. It's like he took it out of you, didn't he?
Which Springfield?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Look what you've done to Johnny. You know, you better ask me your question quickly, because I don't know how long this is going to last.
I want his address.
All right. My question, DJ Dan, is this: on the fuselage, we're talking about the Hands of Exposed website, the movies they're talking about.
We know all about absolutely the movies,
Each
the glyphs.
glyph is assigned a number. There's a missing glyph number 29, and I know since you're connected with the community, maybe you could give us a hint on where to find.
You know what? I'm already giving you hints about where you're going to find at least one glyph. You're going to get more hints tonight. I'm going to have to shut you down. Shut down! Folks, DJ Dan is giving you the straight poop. I'm giving you information. You're going to be getting it. At least one glyph. You're going to know where to find it after this broadcast is done. I've already told you it's going to be in a major American metropolis. I've already told you it's going to be in a very public place, and I've already told you it's not going to be on internets. Okay? But I feel like taking one more call before we go to a song. Who do we have, Tanya?
On line 2, we've got Brian from the OC.
Wow, that's how we do it in the OC, bitch. Brian, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, awesome. Are you sick and tired of hearing that line?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, me too. Okay, well, let's hear your question. What you got for me?
Hey, I was actually wanting to know, on one of your earlier podcasts, you had received a threatening call from the Hanso Foundation.
Oh, yeah, that little troll. Yeah, what about that?
Well, I just want to know what...
Now, wait a second. Actually, but there is no... The one thing I haven't been able to track down is proof that guy is from the Hanso Foundation. Now, here's the thing. I have seen those guys in their little lime-colored overcoats hanging out around my studio on occasion, but I don't know that guy was indeed from the Hanso Foundation, but it was frightening that he knew the color of my Jeep. That's all I'm saying.
He has no neck.
Well, what happened after that situation? Did anything...
Well, you know, like I said, what happened was, you know, that guy threatened me on the line. I shut him down, okay? However, soon thereafter, I actually found myself being stalked by members of the Hanso Foundation, and you can tell because they wear those lime green overcoats all over the damn place, okay? Anyway, we went underground, and as I explained in a big monologue that was actually written down for me earlier this week, we went out. We were out there getting into adventures. We were out there on the underground. That's why you didn't see podcasts for a while, man. I was running away from the foundation. Look, they may be tracking down the studio right now, and I'm sitting here telling you stuff I said 30 minutes. No, shut down! Folks, DJ Dan does not like to repeat himself. You know what? We're going to go to a song, and we're going to be right back taking your calls. 1-800-942-4704. Shutting down the man.
Right now, if you post your resume on Monster.com, you're twice as likely to land the job you're looking for. Every day, employers search Monster looking for talented, qualified people just like you. But they can only find you if you post your resume on Monster. So post it today and double your chances of finding the right job. Or better yet, having the right job find you. Monster.com. Today's the day. Based on Comscore Networks Incorporated Custom Research 1005, showing that Monster users who posted a resume were twice as likely to get a job offer than Monster users who didn't post.
From the inner ring in Farmer Gray's crop circle, it's shutting down the man. Once again, everybody loves him, DJ Dan.
Folks, I am indeed DJ Dan. And here's my question. When you post your resume on Monster.com, is that a nanotechnology monster? Ooh, I'm so scared. It's frightening. Oh, God, it's a monster made out of nanites. Oh, folks, you know what? I'm sorry. You know, I'm DJ Dan. I'm shutting down the man. And I got to tell you, when I think about shutting down the man, I think of a little bit, a little thing that I have that I like to call...
Random Acts of Shutdown.
That's right, folks. Random Acts of Shutdown. Possibly my favorite segment in the world. Heck, I would even shut myself down if it wouldn't cause some sort of cosmic rip in the space-time continuum. Schrodinger's cat, folks. Schrodinger's cat. Time Cop, folks. Rent it, watch it, learn the splits, all right? Guys, if you're fans of mine, and I know you are, then you know the drill. Random Acts of Shutdown. Caller to last the longest wins, and you all know the rules. As Craterface says to Danny at Thunder Road, the only rules are there are no rules. Caller 1.
Wait,
Good.
wait,
What?
Dan.
Yeah? What's going on?
Hang on a sec.
What is it, dear Tanya?
Dan, we've got a...
Shut down! I told you, Tanya, no rules.
I see that.
Yeah, okay, what do you got?
Dan, I've got a caller. Says this is urgent. And he's got a really, really weird voice.
Oh, maybe it's that Javier Grillo Mark Stooch guy. You ever hear that guy talk? It's like walking into a helium factory. Gravy Grill, go ahead.
Hello. Hello, Dan. I'm sorry to interrupt. I've got a very important message for Rachel.
You sound very familiar. You're talking about Rachel like...
Rachel Gray. Persephone. Rachel. I think you know who she is.
Yeah, I do. You sound just like the guy in her video blog.
Rachel.
Malick?
Rachel,
Malick?
Malick? From the...
Rachel, I pray you're listening. That piece of paper I handed you...
I think he's just going to talk over us.
For me. You need to get in touch.
I think he's talking to Rachel.
Listen very carefully to what I have to say. I've used a cipher I indicated beneath the contact information.
There's a cipher?
I think it's appropriate considering the controversy raging around you.
Tanya, this is spectacular. This is the guy from the...
Here's the message.
Can you just say, are you Malick?
240.
240.
249.
All right, I'm writing this down, Dan.
Write this down.
61. 37. 118.
This is spectacular. I've never...
75.
It must be like some kind of cipher or something.
231.
Are you getting that, Tanya?
150.
Yeah, but...
36.
Or maybe it's like a Bible code or something.
184. 184.
It's like Morse, but with numbers.
Yeah.
Excuse me. After 36, it was 184.
Wow.
157.
I'm following you.
51. 144.
44.
180.
180.
253.
This is incredible.
50.
Oh my God.
173. 30. 222.
Is he gonna tell us what that means?
192. 13. 82. And 1.
All right, is that it? Is that the message?
That's all.
What does it mean? Is it what kind of a code is it? What is
Sorry,
this?
Rachel, this is Malick. I can't explain. There's nothing I can say any more than that.
Oh, shut down!
Dan, why did you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tanya. It's random acts of shutdown, right? That's the shtick, isn't it? I gotta shut the guy down when he's giving the really important
How are we gonna find out the message?
Okay, folks, let's just take a call right now because this was really spooky, folks. I hope you got all those numbers down because that sounded important to me. I'm sorry, Tanya. Okay, so no donuts for me. Is that what we're talking about, folks? Let's take another call because that was just spooky. That he sounded like Darth Vader. There's some guy breathing heavy. I don't know. He sounded like the guy in that video blog. He really did.
I really think it was that guy Malick.
I think it was. IT. I'm being stalked by IT. That guy. I'm telling you. You know what? Let's take it. I want to hear a call. 1-800-942-4704. And before we take this call, Johnny's going to say something here. He's going to give you the name of the company that's broadcasting me illegally tonight. And what is that company called?
Harvest.
All right, Johnny has fallen off his chair, folks. This is horrific.
Radio Harvest, your internet radio.
Yeah, off book, he doesn't do well, folks. On the book, he's fantastic. He literally sits on the thing. It's incredible.
We took the juice away a while ago.
I know. When he's on book, he's 5 inches taller. It's amazing. Okay, we're going to take some viewer calls. And
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Hey, no, this one goes there. That one goes there. Folks, all right, folks, we're gonna take another call. Who do we have, Tanya?
Line 7, we've got Aaron from Baton Rouge.
Aaron from Baton Rouge, are you on?
Yes.
All right, so you ask, I answer. Let's hear it.
Well, I was wondering, what do we know about this island? I mean, Rachel got there, she videotaped something, she obviously got back safe. Did she come back on the same quarantine ship that got there? Why is it quarantined? What are we? What are we talking? Okay, wait a minute. Why is the ship is quarantined? I mean, look. My feeling is that in the quarantine areas, they probably have the people from the Vic Institute, right? I mean, if you had a bunch of savants running an equation, you probably want to take them wherever you go. I mean, they're very entertaining savants, like Valenzetti equation. Yeah, Valenzetti equation. Yeah.
Okay,
Tom. Make it out in time?
Make it out. What do you mean? Did Rachel make it? I think, Rachel is out there. If she hadn't made it out on time, she wouldn't have been at Comic-Con. She wouldn't be putting glyphs out there, okay? Rachel is okay. Rachel is good. Rachel is alive, but she's underground, and she has no phone number, folks. I don't have it. You don't have it. What do you think happened on the island? I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, I mean, we know there's something with Valenzetti in that equation. Are they just did they move their institute? Were they getting too much heat maybe in Iceland?
Were they getting too much heat in Iceland? I don't think they were getting any heat in Iceland at all, folks. But seriously, the thing about my sworn nemesis.
The Hanzo Foundation. unleash.
is that their moves and motives are cunning and devious and dark. We have no idea what they're doing down there. I think Rachel is really going to bring that to light for us once the last of those glyphs come in, folks. That's what I'm talking about. And by the way, Aaron, do you have anything else you want to ask me? Is there anything else you want to say?
What can we do? I'm a member of a group called Dots, and we want to help out you, and we want to help out...
Whoa. You're a member of a group called Ducks or Dots?
Dots. D-O-T-T-S.
And what's that stand for?
We are defenders of a site called the Tail Section.
Ah, excellent. The tail section. Ah, that's right. So you're chasing tail is what you're trying to tell me, right?
I can only hope, sir.
Shut down! I love you, man. I just did that because I was feeling it on the inside. But you know I love you, okay? And you know what? If you're out there, if you're chasing tail, but preferably you're chasing glyphs, is what I'd rather see you do.
Chasing the glyph.
That's right. If you're chasing the glyph, let me give you another hint about where that glyph is going to go, okay? The city in question, Hispanics might call it La Manzana Grande. That's right, La Manzana Grande. Folks, if you know where La Manzana Grande is, if you know a tourist spot in that major American metropolis, you might just catch this glyph on Monday. Let's take another call, actually. I want to hear the voices of the people out there who are helping us fight the good fight. Let's hear it.
All right, line 1, Jeff from Ohio.
Jeff from Ohio. Jeff, what you got? Jeff, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it. What you got for me, Jeff? From Ohio.
Okay, first off,
You know why, oh why, Ohio? Why did we ever leave Ohio? Okay, go ahead.
Because of the snow.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, first off, gotta say, I've been loving the show so far.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And you know who appreciates it more than anybody? Well, Luis, the roadie, is actually very excited about that. But Johnny, can you express your appreciation?
Loving the callers.
And I'm actually eating a donut right now.
Oh, God, what kind of donut are you eating?
It's a jelly donut.
Is it a Berliner?
You knew it, Abe.
All right, you know what?
Okay, now, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I am not trying to, while I appreciate what Rachel Blake is doing, because your evil nemesis must be shut down.
You don't mean my arch nemesis. All right, let's hear it.
Yes. I'm a little bit suspect of her in one respect.
Uh-huh.
Now, before you shut me down, and I want you to shut me down, let me get through this real quick.
Oh, I'm going to shut you down. You better get to it.
Okay.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, I understand.
Let's hear it.
Stephanie, when she first starts, what did we get but a series of really obscure clues?
Yeah, hacks. That's right. She's on the website. She's getting stuff out there. Yeah. So no. Look, I know we're here. Can I just preempt you on this, okay? Because I think I know exactly where you're going to say. How could somebody who's able to put up all these obscure clues on the internet, somebody who's able to just go out there and hack the site and do all that flash and do all of that stuff, all of a sudden she seems to be somebody who's just on the web doing these video blogs? That's what you're going to tell me, right?
Well, not only that, but also the fact that, okay...
All right, shut down!
Thank you.
Folks, all right. Folks, you know hackers, I know hackers. Tanya, you know hackers?
Oh, yeah.
Johnny, do you know about hackers?
Love to spoon with the hackers.
That's right, my friend. All right. Hey, Luis, you know the hackers?
Yes.
Okay, folks, we all know about hackers. These are people who sit in basements, all right, hacking stuff. They're in the computer. They're wizards at that kind of stuff, all right? Now, all of a sudden, this woman, Persephone, a.k.a. Rachel Blake, in my opinion, gets out in the world, and all of a sudden, we're criticizing for what? For not being good on television? Folks, she's Rachel Blake. She's not Art Carney. She ain't Richard Linklater, okay? I don't know what you people want, all right? So she's not, I mean... Literally, I mean, it's like all of a sudden we're being graded on public speaking. The woman can hack Flash, for the love of God. And you wanted her to be there and be the captain of the debate team? She's honest, she's sweet, she is out there giving us a piece of her heart. I don't think we need to undermine her by saying that somehow her hacking skills make her video blogging incompatible. Folks, I'm tired of this. I'm going to shut myself down. Shut me down! God, I love it when I shut me down. It's fantastic. All right, folks.
I do too.
We're gonna take one more call, and then I got something to tell you about your pets. That's what I got. Let's hear the next call.
On line 6, your absolute favorite fan, Fenris from England.
Fenris from England. Fenris, are you live? Are you on the line?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I hear. So you think I'm Peter Thompson? Are you nuts?
I never said that. I don't know where you got that impression.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think I might have seen something on internets, my friend. Fenris, you got a question for me. I want to hear it. What's up?
I do. You've been after the Hanso Foundation for quite a while now, right?
Yes, I have. I have indeed. I'm a lifelong member of the Anti-Hanso Foundation Club. That's me. It's like the hair club for men, only completely different.
Right. Okay. I was wondering what got you first onto the Hanso Foundation. Were they poisoning donuts or something?
What has the Hanso Foundation done to me personally? Well, let me tell you something about it. The Hansel Foundation hasn't done anything to me personally, aside from the lime green coated guys who came out to get me, folks. What? Yeah, folks. Let me tell you about the Hansel Foundation guys. Okay. Here's why I hate them. Here's why I wanna go after them. Okay. The truth is, these guys don't have to offend you personally. Okay. So maybe it's not about a hatred of Scandinavian people or anything like that, folks. What it's about, okay, is that these guys are putting commercials out there saying we're reaching out for a better tomorrow. Okay. They're reaching out. Is it a better tomorrow for us? Is it for you? Is it for me? Is it for Tanya? Is it for Luis? I don't know. Okay. All I'm saying is when I start seeing all of this organ theft. Okay, stolen organs, and I'm not talking Hammonds here. Okay, I'm not talking about Steve Winwood and the Spencer Davis group. Okay, I'm talking about human organs. Okay, I'm talking about savants trapped in a building running some cockamamie end of the world equation. Okay, I'm talking about monkeys that are being kept against her. I'm talking about unnatural, ungodly life extension. Do these people have to offend me personally for me to want to go after them? I don't think so. Fenris, there's a question I'd like to ask you. Is that okay? Fenris? Are you there? Would you mind if I shut you down? Shut down! Folks, come on. We all know what the Hansel Foundation's all about. We don't have to get into why we hate them. We have to get into how. How do we take them down? Folks, okay, it's time now for a little something that I like to call
How to Bug-Proof Your Pet.
That's right, folks. Let's hear that again, because I love that.
How to bug-proof your pet.
It's a little-known fact that Johnny has a pet frog that actually...
Lars.
Lars actually is kept in a cage on a chain around Johnny's neck. It's surreal if you've never seen it. Folks, now more than ever, your pets are subject to scrutiny by the forces of evil. I'm talking about governments. I'm talking about global conspiracies, okay, folks? So... you need to bug-proof your pet. You need to make sure that your pet is not acting as a listening device. How do you do it? Well, number one, always sweep your pet with a metal detector when it comes back from a long day of running, playing, catching. That's what I'm talking about. Chasing birds, steeplechasing, whatever your pet does, sweep the pet with a metal detector, okay? If you have fish, might be a little more difficult, but try. Very important. Never, ever fall asleep to your cat's purr. One word, hypnosis. Is that 2 words? I don't know. Luis? Okay, folks. Try fashioning a custom tinfoil suit for your pooch or kitty cat. If you have a hamster, that might be a little bit difficult because it's hard to get the tinfoil around those little spindly legs. But I promise you, you will thank me for that in the morning, okay? Try the cell phone trick. If your cell phone reception improves when you move near your pet, that's right, your pet is bugged! If your cat or dog opens its mouth to bark or meow and a human voice comes out, going, your call cannot be answered, but chances are, bugged. Or as Johnny likes to say...
not paying attention.
Johnny, put down the scotch! Holy buckets, man, you're killing me.
Up.
Now you ask, what if it's too late? What if my pet is already wired for sound? All right, here's 3 things you need to do. Any crimes you want to commit? Yeah, don't talk about them to anybody, okay? Don't discuss your criminal activity with your bugged pet. That's just common sense 101, okay? I never say anything around my pet that I don't want anybody else to hear. That's what I'm saying. Whack yourself in the head with a tuning fork, okay? It's like pretty much the answer to everything around here at DJ Dan, okay? Whack yourself on the head with a tuning fork, and then hold the tuning fork near your pet, okay? That's what I'm saying, okay? It confuses the hell out of the listeners. And finally, try switching your pet to a high-fiber diet, if you catch my drift. Oftentimes, they make the pet swallow the bug. And if that doesn't work, I've got 2 words for you, intestinal lavage. Folks, I am taking your calls here, 800-942-4704. I'm DJ Dan. I got a song I'm going to play for you. I got to do some business. We're going to come back and take some more calls. Let's hear that song.
We're here talking to Bounce, bobblehead authority on keeping it moving. Hey, yo, so Bounce, what's been rocking you lately? Oh, right, the new Jeep Compass. Get out, an MP3 input and flip down rear lift gate speakers and an available 458 watt Boston acoustic stereo. Oh, that's cool. Freedom Drive, 1 full-time 4-wheel drive. Nice.
Totally new Jeep Compass, starting at just $15,985. Freedom in a whole new dimension. Jeep is a registered trademark of Daimler Chrysler.
The Easter egg of disc 7 of your DVD box set. It's DJ Dan shutting down the man.
Oh, I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting it down all over the place, my friends. I've never shut anything down like I'm shutting this down before. But folks, before I do that, I want to remind you of how it is that you're getting this illegal underground radio broadcast. Johnny, can you give it to me?
Radio Harvest, your internet radio and home of the DJ Dan Show.
Folks, I was going to talk to you about the mythic beastie of the day, or as Johnny likes to call it,
Mythic Beastie of the Day.
But folks, do you really want to hear me talk about the Mapinguari? I don't think so. No, we're ripping up the script, my friends. We got calls stacking up, packing up. They're all over the place. So folks, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to take a couple more calls, okay? You ask, I answer. Give me another call. Who do we have, Tanya?
Line 7, we've got Bree from Holland.
Bree from Holland. Bree, are you live on the line?
I'm here. I'm waiting.
God bless you, Bree. Let's hear it. What is your question? How's the weather in Holland right now?
The weather in Holland is actually beautiful. It's all the better for getting through to you, DJ Dan.
Oh, my heart is all aflutter, Bree. You've made me such a happy man. I'm weeping indeed. Johnny, am I crying?
You are babbling like a little girl.
Tears of joy, Bree. What do you have for me tonight?
DJ Dan, I do have some information. I'm a real conspiracy spy.
Do you now? What information is that? Let's hear it.
DJ Dan, I found a book.
Yes?
A small black book.
Yes?
And it was written by a T.W. Mittelwerk.
Yeah, you know what? Shut down! Folks, Thomas Werner Mittelwerk doesn't have time to write books, folks. He does not. He is Mr. Evil, Captain of Evil, Sultan of Evil, Maven of Evil, Aficionado of Evil. Folks, Thomas Werner Mittelwerk is out there committing evil. He doesn't got to write it down. If anything, he dictates. You know what I'm talking about? I think you do. Let's take another call.
Line 14, Chris.
Chris, you're on line 14. Chris, where are you at?
Hey, I'm upstate New York.
You're in upstate New York. Excellent.
Cooperstown.
Cooperstown.
Yeah, Cooperstown.
That is the home of the Hall of Fame, isn't it?
Damn straight.
Very exciting. You know, I'm a direct descendant of Abner Doubleday, inventor of baseball.
You're not.
I am absolutely not. I am lying to you through my teeth. Folks, what do you got for me?
Well, listen, I was wondering, two things, both
Yes.
brief.
Yes.
First, have you heard about Shade, and how do you feel about him?
Have I heard about whom?
Shade.
Shade.
S-H-A-D-E.
Have I heard about Shade?
Spies United.
If he's a fellow conspiracy spy, I'm very excited about him. What's your second question?
Excellent. Have you heard about Sissy French Fry, and how do you feel about her?
Sissy French Fry? Let me tell you something about Sissy French Fry. There are about 15 seconds of Sissy French Fry that is some of the finest cinema I've ever seen. Shut down! Don't call me about movies, folks. Who am I, Roger Ebert? For the love of God, man! We're shutting down the men here. You want to know what I think about Sissy French Fry?
Thumbs down.
No, but there's about 15 seconds of Sissy French Fry that get a...
Thumbs up.
Yes, they're on YouTube, folks. Look them up. All right, folks, I'm going to take another call right here. Who do we got?
Line 1, Dawn from Phoenix.
Dawn from Phoenix. Dawn, are you there? Dawn from Phoenix?
I think Dawn just hung up.
Oh, Dawn. Dawn, are you there? We miss you, Dawn. Oh, yes, we do. Let's go to another call.
Line 3, Chuck from Austin.
Chuck from Austin. Chuck, are you there? Whoa!
Whoa, Chuck.
A feedback pulse has just melted the brain of Luis, the DJ Dan Brody. It's horrific. He's laying on the floor dying. Chuck, are you there?
This isn't Chuck. This is Elward.
Well, this is whom?
Elward 007.
Okay, I have the worst connection in the world. I can't hear a word you're saying. Let's try to hear your question. See what we got.
Are you saying you're Alvar?
Yes. Let's hear your question. They're trying to save... Okay, I'm sorry. I've lost you there. Information on whom? Jupe! We've talked about Jupe. We're going to save Jupe. We've gone to SaveJupe.com. I'm wearing a Save Jupe t-shirt right now. Shut down.
Folks, please don't call DJ Dan from a shoe phone.
That's right, folks. Okay, look. Cordless, wireless, cell phone, call me. Don't use the shoe, my friends. Okay, folks, you know what? I'm going to give you a fourth hint about that glyph. Monday, major metropolis, La Manzana Grande. It's going to be in a touristy place. It's not going to be on the internet, folks. The location where the glyph will be shown rhymes with fresh air. Wow, you can rename me Captain Obvious on that one, folks. Monday, fresh air. Yeah, okay. Folks, I think, Tanya, what's that sound, Tanya? Tanya, what is that? That's so weird.
It sounds like it's coming from above.
Great Caesar's ghost! I think we all know. I think we all know what that means, conspiracy spies. I think it's time for our
Area 51 update.
All right, folks, we're on the line. We got him on the line with one of our real patriots, my friend. Tanya, I think you know who I'm talking about. It's one of our real patriots. It's a guy we all know and love. Our good old friend, Marvin the Earthling.
Love Marvin.
Marv.
Earthling is right, DJ Dan. I'm a lot of things, but I'm definitely not one of those green-skinned space killers.
That's right, Marv. You're not. The only red dust Marv's ever touched was on the front quarter panel of his mom's 1984 silver Chevy Impala. Ain't that right, Marv?
I've never told anyone.
Good man, Marvin. Yeah, Marvin. Marvin, where are you at?
Well, DJ Dan, I'm in a little town called Rachel, Nevada.
No, you're kidding. Rachel, Nevada?
No, sir, Rachel, Nevada, right on the edge of Nevada State Route 375, the extraterrestrial highway, mere miles from the place they call.
You're living in dreamland. You want to run away. If you figure that out, what that's a reference to, you put that on the fuselage. Okay, for those of you who don't know, dreamland is slang for a tract of land owned by the U.S. government in Nevada. A tract of land containing an airstrip that sees a day in, day out steady stream of UFO traffic. That's right, people. I'm talking Area 51, Watertown Strip, Paradise Ranch, Groom Lake, The Farm, The Detachment. You know what I'm talking about. It's E.T. Central. Know what's happening at E.T. Central, Marv?
Not all that much, DJ Dan. I had my camera was confiscated.
Your camera was confiscated again? Oh my God, Marvin! Marvin, I bought you that camera. Marv, okay.
Okay, some of his cows look kind of funny, and their spots look like they were spelling some sort of alien alphabet.
Wait. The spots on the rancher's cows were looked like some kind of alien alphabet?
Serious or...
And you got photos?
Oh, tons of them.
Yeah, but the camera.
But yeah, it's not exactly one piece.
Oh, Marv.
Dad, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, but Marv, are you running right now? Is that what's going on?
Well, I mean, what? No, not exactly. So, well, yeah, there's some guys I think maybe chasing me.
Well, what kind of guys?
Just a little bit. Hold on a sec. No biggie. Okay. Also, there's this weird symbol burned into the ground right by the barrier. You know, on the other side of the barrier, to Dreamland.
There's a symbol burned into the ground.
Burned into the ground.
And you shot a picture.
On said camera.
Well, the camera I bought you that got smashed with the alien.
Don't worry, look, no, I remember what it looked like. I'm drawing it. I'm doing a line drawing of it right now.
Fax it over, Marv.
I am. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I'm hitting send right now.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Come on over.
Marvin! Oh my God, Marv! No, Marvin! Oh God, I weep for you, Marvin. Oh dear Lord, Marv, our spy from Area 51. But Tanya, is that fax coming in? Are we getting the fax?
Yeah, I see something
coming
through.
Oh my God, look at that! You know what? That looks kind of like one of those glyphs, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's got some kind of numerical code on the bottom. Oh my God, look at that! If this were television, I'd ask you to hold that up in front of the camera, but we're on the radio. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tape that. It looks like one of those glyphs, one of those. I'm going to tape it to the front door of Radio Harvest. If you can find the building we're in, that glyph will be taped to the front door by the time this show is over. And you can check out that. That's the second glyph I'm giving. Folks, I've given you a hint about fresh air. I've given you a hint about La Manzana Grande, about a touristy place in New York City, Monday, where you'll be able to see a glyph. We've got a glyph right here in the studio. We're going to tape it to our front door, and you're going to get a chance. You can come here and get that glyph if you can figure out where this studio is. And it's not just a studio, it's a company. And that company is called?
Radio Harvest, but don't knock.
Folks,
look how cool that looks.
We are taping the. Can we get somebody
Dan,
to tape
look.
that? Luis, can you get somebody to tape that glyph over there right now? I want to make sure that whoever gets in goes to get that. All right, folks. You ask, I answer, folks. I've got answers to all of your questions. We're going to take a couple more calls, and then I'm going to shut everybody down. If you're on the line, stay on the line. I'm going to shut you down personally because this show is getting on the road. Okay, Tanya, give me a call.
Line 2, Kinetic from Pittsburgh.
Kinetic from Pittsburgh. Let's hear it.
Hey, password.
Hey. Now, are you truly kinetic? I mean, are you in perpetual motion? Are you like an electron or perhaps a potron? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Do you have gold teeth, Kinetic?
Kinetic?
Yes. Are you indeed Kinetic from Pittsburgh?
No.
Oh my God, that riff!
Pittsburgh from Connecticut.
It's hard to find good screeners, man.
Oh my God, that riff was for naught. Screeners? Do we even have screeners, folks? This is an underground broadcast. What do you got for me, folks? Come on, let's hear it.
I want to know who I can trust, DJ Dan. You keep telling me who I can't trust. I want to know who can I trust.
There is only one thing in this world that you can trust, my friend. There is only one true thing that is a constant for each and every one of us, and that is shut down. That's right, folks. Trust no one. The man in black said it. The cigarette smoking man said it. I'm telling you, trust no one. The only thing you can trust is that beautiful, mellifluous, mechanical sound that says, I've thrown you off the airwaves. Let's take another call. Who do we have?
Line 11, Stephen from Missouri.
Is this actually Stephen from Missouri? Are you live with DJ Dan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. We actually got it right. That's outstanding. So, what do you got for me?
Well, Dan, I got a conspiracy to propose to you, man.
To propose to... It's been about 3 hours since I got a proposal. Let's hear it.
You make the conspiracy.
Well, here's something we've been talking about. What if Alvar Hanzo isn't a real person?
What if
he's just a nameplate? What if he's just a face that they put the Hanzo Foundation to?
Well, then who do you think is the guy in the building, in that wonderful modernistic building in Narvik?
Who do you think's in the video?
I don't...
What I'm saying. What if it's two different people? What if we got multiple people playing Hanzo Foundation people? What if somebody hasn't been found for the basically, this whole conspiracy to you is basically some sort of Scandinavian version of the movie Dave, where Kevin Kline plays the president, and then he plays a auto salesman who looks like the president? I don't think so. Shut down! Folks, come on. Life ain't a movie, okay? If anything, life is a radio show, and a damn fine one. You know what? Let's clear out the phone lines. We're almost at the end here. If you've been hanging out on the line, I think you deserve to be shut down personally. Give me some.
Rapid fire shutdown.
That's right, folks. I'm shutting you down. Who do we have on the line?
Line 4, Paul from Santa Monica.
Paul, is that you?
Huh?
Is that you, Paul?
Yeah.
Shut down.
What?
Okay. It's rapid fire shutdown. If you're on the line, that's all I can give you at this point. It's just a beautiful, lovely, constant of the universe shutdown. Give me another line.
Line 2, Matza from the Dots.
Matza from the Dots?
Hello?
Yes, shut down. All right, let's get another one. Who else do we have here?
Line 7, Garrett from Tulsa.
Garrett from Tulsa, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Shut down. Okay.
Line 16, Monty from San something.
Monty! Are you on the line?
I am indeed.
Shut down.
Thanks for staying up.
That's right. Who else do we have?
Line 10, Lauren from Fort Myers, Florida.
Fort Myers. Lauren, are you there? Lauren, are you there?
Yo, what's up? How's it going?
Okay, I'm really sorry that I have to do this to you, but I'm running out of time, and I got to shut you down. Shut down. Oh, okay. Who do we have next?
Line 6, Dark Mark with Rachel Blake's refugee from San Diego.
Oh, Lord! Oh, my God! Oh.
Shut you down.
Shut down. That's right. Who else do we have?
Line 9, KM Duke from San Francisco.
KM Duke, are you there? Yes. Shutty down. I've shut you down now. Okay, and finally.
Line 5, Jose.
Jose, where are you from, Jose? Jose, are you there?
Oh, this is actually Jace.
Oh, this is actually who?
This is Jace.
Oh, Jace.
Jace.
I'm
Jace,
sorry,
I'm so
Jace.
sorry you macerated your name like that, especially since I have to shut you down. Folks, you know what? I'd like to actually get to a little something that I like to call Where is Alvar? You've all heard me play Where is Alvar? I think I want to play... Oh, my God. There's somebody knocking on the door, folks. What the hell's going on? Wait. Oh, my God. I'm looking out the window. And, folks, they're wearing those pastel-colored suits. Oh, my God. It's the Hansel Foundation. They're here at Harvest Radio. Oh, my God. Tanya, grab the amps. Johnny, grab the mics. Reese, shut down the AC. Leonardo, pack the easel up. Fabrice, turn off the camera. Simon, where's the van? Julie, get the espresso maker. Folks, I'm DJ Dan. They're coming after me. Shut down the man. Rachel Blake, never lose faith. Ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. I'm DJ Dan. Tanya, Louise, Johnny, shutting down the man.